We are back with Coast to Coast. My name is Jake Lazarus. I'm here with Parker Stone. Parker, how are we doing?
We're doing great. How you doing?
Fantastic. Day keeps getting better and better. More basketball.
Yeah. Constant basketball, and that's all you can ask for, really.
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
So, as y'all know, the NBA recently released their top 100 players going into the 2022-2023 season. The last few days, the top 10 had been announced. So I just wanted to read that, and then I think, Parker, you were telling me that you had some interesting takes on that. So I'm going to read through those from 10 down to 1. At 10, we got Devin Booker. At 9, we got Ja Morant. 8, KD. 7, Jason Tatum. 6, LeGoat LeBron James. 5, Steph Curry. 4, Joel Embiid. 3, Luka Doncic. 2, Jokic. And 1, the Greek Freak. You told me you had some bold takes, so I'm curious, Parker, what do you got for me?
I had some old takes just because I feel like, granted, ESPN Top 100 is about now, the players now, but I feel like you still need to take into account some recent past. You know? Like, not complete legacy, because it was complete legacy, LeBron obviously number 1 right now, but you still have to consider recent past, and I just don't think some of these rankings are fair. Or not fair, but accurate. I think the fact that D-Book is 10 is atrocious, in my opinion.
You think too high or too low?
Way too high. Or low. I think he should not sniff the top 10.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But yeah, why don't we go backwards? So I think Giannis is number 1. I think we agree on that.
Yep.
Jokic, I'm not sure that. Who do you have it to?
I say Steph at 2.
I actually do as well. I think, coming off a chip, setting the all-time three-point record, I think, he's poised for another big season. I mean, he does what no one else can do.
He hasn't missed a beat. If his team did well last year, I feel like he could have been MVP candidate. I don't know if you remember, but dude was unstoppable. He was playing with nobody, and he was going off.
I also like what he said. He's like, you don't ask preseason. He's like, what's one team you don't want to mess with, whatever, and he goes, you don't want to mess with the Warriors or whatever he said.
Yeah.
So all right, we both got Steph at 2, Luka at 3. I guess we would bump Jokic to 3. That's where I would probably have Jokic. 2-time MVP in the last 3 seasons. I would
also put Jokic at 3. I would then put LeBron at 4.
Yeah. LeBron at 4.
Yeah. Yes. And it's over Luka, over Embiid. But LeBron he's still averaging these insane amounts of points at an old age with his legacy paired. I think you got to put him up there with his mind. Embiid's been playing very well recently. Luka's been playing very well recently, but they haven't done much. For their legacy.
He's the literal point guard. He plays 1 through 5, defends 1 through 5. He's the ultimate basketball savant. Knows it better than anyone else. So I understand where you're coming with that. KD's got to be higher up than 8.
I only have him at 7, but I definitely.
I'm actually curious. So you have Giannis, Steph, Jokic, LeBron. How far does Luka fall?
Luka falls down to 8. He falls from 3 to 8.
Well,
where do you put him?
Who do you have? So we have your top 4. Yeah, we have your top 4. Who's at 5?
Embiid. I'm not the biggest fan of Embiid, but you gotta respect him. Dude is a baller. He's doing his thing.
He's coming off of 2 seasons where he probably could have won MVP should it not have been for Jokic. Jokic is just dominant. Embiid is what the MVPP, most valuable Philadelphian or whatever, or most valuable player in Philadelphia or whatever whatever.
What do they say?
He's got to be up there. Behind Embiid, you already used LeBron, and you said it's not Luka.
I put Tatum.
Well, you have
put Tatum
Tatum
at 6.
over KD. Wow.
I do. And this is kind of contradictory to like what I was saying about recent past and legacy. But I'm putting him there just because he's hitting his prime. You know, KD's kind of fallen just a tad, just a little bit. And Tatum, you saw what Tatum did to KD in the Nets this playoffs, most recent playoffs. Shut them
they
down.
dismantled him.
Yeah. And
What, they got swept, no?
they got swept. Tatum swept KD. And I just think, I just believe Tatum's above KD right now. But then I have KD right below him at 7.
Okay, I can agree with that. I just, man, I don't know that I could rock with Tatum being ahead of KD right now. KD's a freak.
He is a freak, and I am very excited for this season. I think the Nets are going to figure out some kinks. I really hope that they pull some stuff together.
And then
KD lives, breathes, eats basketball. Like, have you seen the pictures of his skin and his hair and all that? Never had a girlfriend, really. Never had a long-term relationship, dude. I mean, like, he probably had girlfriends, but he's never had a public.
I mean, you've
heard
the rumor that it's like him and Lana Rhoades.
Yeah, that would be
fits the description.
Like, imagine
that. Come on,
like
if that's true, he's got to be higher than 7.
that puts
Best
him up
offseason in NBA history.
Facts. That kid's gonna be a baller.
So we got, so we got KD at 7. At 8, you said you had Luka.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree, but
where do you put
debate
him
for another time. Yeah,
I
think
if y'all have watched
Luka's better than Tatum.
If y'all have watched the last couple episodes, I'm a huge Luka hater. I don't love Luka. I think he's a great player offensively, but he does not bring the intensity on defense, and he's just iso ball, and he doesn't move the rock.
For that reason, we're gonna follow the Mavs. I'm gonna get a Luka jersey. I'm gonna become the biggest Luka Doncic fan just because you hate him.
I like that. Then we keep butting heads on this podcast the entire time.
Yeah.
Because I am not a big fan of Luka.
All right, so to round out your top 10, we have up to 8. Who's your last 2? Do you still have Ja in there?
I got Ja at 9, same spot, and then I got Kawhi at 10. I'm a big Kawhi fan. Love defense. And yes, the ESPN Top 100 is now, like, ESPN Top 100 is now, but he's been hurt for the now. But, like, what he did with the Raptors, man, and, like, his entire career.
What about someone like, I mean, I'm going to throw 2 names just because of what they did a couple years ago in the bubble. But what about, like, Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray?
I definitely think I would put Donovan Mitchell above Jamal Murray, like, better-wise.
Yeah.
It's hard to say to Jamal because he has been hurt. Jamal went absolutely ridiculous in the bubble. He was...
Yeah, he missed all of last year, right, to a torn ACL, came back at the end of the year, tore it at the end of the bubble, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember when he tore it, but it was definitely sometime at the end-ish.
Yeah, so hopefully this year he's fully healthy and we get a real, true rematch of the two of them going at each other. Because that would be
very fun.
Good for basketball.
Yeah.
Good for
I'm
the sport.
to see,
good for the NBA.
You know what I'm excited to see? I'm excited to see John Wall's return. John Wall's return.
What's the stat? He's played, like, how many games do you think he's played in the last, like, 5 years? Like 40? Something?
Oh, something's ridiculous like that. It's something very
and
low.
He's robbed so many teams of so much money.
Yeah.
If I could switch lives with him, I think I would.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Easy. I think he'll play better than Russell Westbrook. Mainly because I've been watching, granted this is pickup. I watch a lot of like pickup, like Rico Hines and Black Ops basketball and stuff. And I feel like John Wall getting in his old age, obviously losing athleticism, I think he's adjusting his game more and becoming a better player. Because when you get old, you lose your athleticism. You gotta play differently. You gotta change your play style. And I feel like Russell Westbrook is not, or at least last season did not do that. He still kind of tried to rely on athleticism when it wasn't there to where it was when he was younger. And I am very excited. I really hope John Wall comes out and does a lot better than people think he does. Obviously, he's not going to be nowhere near what he was, but I think he will surprise people.
Well, that's definitely something I want to dive into on another day, just because we're running out of time. But on another day, give it some thought. John Wall or Russ, who would you rather have and why? I think we should do a bunch of those, like this player or that player. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be a lot of fun. That could be conversations.
Yeah. That just, you got anything else before we wrap this one up?
I do. I want to know your thoughts on ESPN's list and my list. You disagree with some stuff majorly, and
not anything crazy. I mean, I think our top threes are the same. LeBron at 4. I think LeBron always should be in the top 5. I'd probably, other than the KD and Tatum, the Luka, KD, and Tatum, that trio I would change around a little bit.
Okay.
I like KD. I think KD is way too low on both lists, so I'd probably bump him up to 6 or 5. You have him at 7. ESPN has him at 8. And then I think there's a whole bunch of guys that could be in the 10 spot.
I respect that.
Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi could fit in there. If Paul George is healthy, Paul George could end up in there. I'm sure I'm missing players off the top of my head. Trae Young could fit in there. I'm sure I'm missing guys. So Dame could be in there. I'm sure I'm missing guys, but for the most part, I think we're on the same page.
I like that.
But yeah, all right, that just about does it.
Yes!
All right, let's go. Let's get to something else. We'll talk about something else another time. Right? Always coast to coast basketball. Let's get it.
Coast to coast basketball, baby.
Let's go. Peace.